Greetings, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Friday evening thus far. Welcome to Real Talk. This is episode number 29. I think Nate said it's 30. It is the 30th, but it's not the 30th episode. So we'll wait for some folks to come in. Hey, Kim. It's good to see you, Kim. Kim's always here. She's always here quickly. Hey, Jason from the Razor Company, BBS.Live. Let's go ahead and Pelagic, is that pelagic or pelagic? I don't know how to say that. I apologize for that. Ben, hello. BBS, let's go ahead and bring in David. Bring in the BBS crew as well, of course. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We have a good one for you in store. We have some giveaways. We have some tomfoolery. It should be good. Let me see if I can get these other yahoos on here, David. Meanwhile, you can greet the folks if you like.
How's everybody doing, everybody? You see, you got the Razor Company, Robzilla 805. I'm not sure where that is, but hey. Hey, Kim. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Or see you bright.
There's Nate.
What up, Nate?
Yo.
See if we can get Mel.
Some bad news.
Oh, no.
Mel will not be joining.
Oh, okay. Mel can't join. What happened to Mel?
He's on family vacation, and I think he actually forgot that he agreed to do this. So,
okay.
No he's deal. Not going to be here.
Well, that's a bummer. We had some Mel-specific stuff to
get
into. We'll do it anyway. We don't know Mel to talk about Mel. I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, Mel's never around anyway, so anytime throughout any day they were talking about Mel, he's usually not there for regardless. So
Mel would be available for every live for all time except for this one. Like he's never not live except for now.
Well, Heather must have told him he's not allowed to come on here.
True.
Oh.
True, yeah.
She can't be called the queen by somebody that's on Real Talk.
We will have this brush up for giveaway this evening by Maritime Brush Co.
Nice.
It's a nice looking brush.
I was looking
Yes, sir.
We have from the Razor Company both a $25 gift card and a $75, which is very, very nice. Jason, as always, supporting folks. And we have some other stuff going on as well. Let's see what else is going on here.
Jason is the best.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he really is. We got the giveaway. So this is episode number 29. Let's see, what do you got there, Nate? Is that a good fellas shirt there?
Representing the Canadians.
Canadian Mafia. Awesome.
Because they're bringing all the smoke down to Minnesota. So gotta say thank you for that.
They are indeed. I'm going to wait we do have an announcement tonight. I'm going to wait for more folks to get in. Are you guys having any drink of the evening? What
up, DK? What up?
I'm having an Americano right now, but after that, because this live doesn't go as long as the BBS.Live do, I am going with Rare Breed, which is barrel proof. It's 116.8 proof, so I thought I could get away with a higher bourbon.
Sure.
Sure.
Absolutely. I just got water, bro.
Show? Hello.
It is hot as shit. Yeah, it's hot as shit, dude. And I was just like, I set up a fan even, and I'm trying to cool down.
Hey, thanks to Razor Shaving for viewing your first IG live. I have almost water. It's just
what's up, Juan?
Light beer, so I'm pretty close to water with you, David. But it's a little more than water, not much.
I like Yingling. I've only had it once on the East Coast, and I really like Yingling.
Yeah, it's not bad for a regular.
Yeah.
But
Jorge Reyes, what's up?
Beer. So first thing I had on the list was, of course, Low Scent Skeletor was released. I don't know when that was. It last week? I don't remember when it went up actually.
Yeah, I think it was. What was it? Last Thursday or Friday? I just got mine the other day, so I think a lot of people got theirs before I did.
So this one, of course, includes Mel down here, and of course Nate here and here, as you know.
Well, wait a minute. Is Mel being teabagged by He-Man in that fucking? Is that what's happening there? Because he looks like he's asking for it. He's looking up He-Man's skirt, and he's ready to go.
It might be in motion. So yeah, I like that.
Could be.
Yeah, or he's getting ready.
Oh,
yeah.
As Ben reminds us, low sense to everybody this evening.
Yeah.
Where's Shady, by the way? I don't see Shady in here. I'm very disappointed that Shady.
Hey, someone else could hop on and play some Mel if you guys wanted to.
Yeah, I will say, to the Canadian Mafia, Justin, if any of you guys want to pop in for mail, that is completely okay with me.
I'm okay with that.
So, calling Canadian Mafia show. If you want to pop in, you are welcome to join us and join the fray. Just let me know if you like.
That would be like kind of like the first trifecta live.
Yes.
So
yes, I'm gonna send the Canadian Mafia show an invite. Worst they can do is not accept it, you know.
Right. I mean, JMac's here, and I know JMac typically is on the.
We'll find out here in a minute.
Mafia.
They might be ill prepared. Ah, there you
go. Oh, yes, sir.
I'm very ill prepared.
That's all right. Nothing like a good ambush.
And now,
hey, at least...
I'm not behind the comments, which is awesome.
We're not used to having 4 people, actually.
No.
So.
Dark up there.
Dude, can somebody explain to me how is it that Canada is a towering inferno right now, and JMac still has better internet service than fucking Mel?
Because I'm on the East Coast. There's no wildfires near me, baby.
True.
Oh, okay. There we go.
All right.
So, do you have a beverage or anything, Justin?
Nope.
By the way,
not pulling out the scotch.
I'm sure most people know this, but if you are not aware, Justin is the Red Island Shaver. He has a YouTube channel. He's also a member of the Canadian Mafia show, which just aired this past Wednesday. Is the next show, Justin, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday following?
Correct. Yeah, every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Wednesday at what time?
That would be 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. So Canadian Mafia show. Of course, you know Nate from BBS.Live. Their show will be going on next week at 9 p.m. Eastern. I believe that is 8 p.m. Central, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that we've got all the intros out of the way, do you have a beverage, Justin? I can't remember.
No, he does not.
I do not.
Oh, man. I'll tell you.
It's okay.
Chris has had several senior moments in the last couple hours. He's slipping. It has been a rough time for CDB today. He may ask you for a drink in another 20 minutes again there, JMac, because
today
rough.
is a bit of a
I might have
blur.
to go grab one.
You feel free to do so if you want. Before we get too far into it, I think there's enough people here to mention. Announcement from the Razor Company. I want to say before I get into this, the reason that many of us do business from the Razor Company with the Razor Company is not only because they have great service, but it's because they are big supporters of the community. I tell you, I can't say enough good things about the Razor Company and the way they conduct themselves, the level of caring that they have. So I just want to read something, and I hope you'll bear with me for a moment. This is about a fundraising effort that is will begin on August the 7th for Kim Gray, who's always here supporting all the shows, a member of the community. The Shannon Soaps has made a soap for the Razor Company called The Warrior. And this is specifically for Kim. All the proceeds go to Kim to help offset her medical expenses. She is battling cancer right now, mesothelioma. You know how to
Mesothelioma.
It's hard to say.
I'm still young. I'm still young and vibrant, Chris, so I'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. I don't even need to read it. I got you.
Anyway, I want to read a little bit from this. It says, a very special project in collaboration with some amazing individuals in support of an extraordinary member of our community. Warriors are known for their relentless fortitude, bravery, and formidable strength that can seemingly move mountains and have shifted the course of history over time. This project, The Warrior, is a dedication to the strength and persistence of a warrior among us, Kim Gray. Over the past 2 years, Kim has surmounted the odds against terminal disease.
Mesothelioma.
Thank you. And is against them yet again. In the upcoming months, you will face ongoing treatments as well as intensive surgery and all the financial burden that comes with it. Despite what she's facing, Kim carries herself with an open heart, relentless kindness, and an altruistic optimism that has been an unexpected and welcome gift to this community. And I agree. Kim's positivity and optimism are contagious and serve as a benchmark for us all. We hope to live up to the standards Kim sets with her enormous contribution to this community. In the hopes to awaken fond memories from Kim's youth, we created a soap of floral and powder notes reminiscent of the fragrance and laughter that fills the halls in her high school days. When using this soap, we hope to recall the fragility of time and space and renew an appreciation for the moments before us. Pay homage to the warriors within us and to those around us. We hope to use our reach to help ease the financial burden Kim will inevitably face. We strive to offer support, both moral and financial. TRC is donating 100% of the proceeds from this project directly to Kim Gray. Lastly, this project would not have been possible without the help of many individuals. To all you who contributed, thank you. Your generosity, kindness, and selflessness are recognized and appreciated. And then he goes on to describe the disease, which is pretty rare, affects almost or only about 3,000 people a year, and that's what Kim is going through. And I have to say, what can you say? It's a wonderful gesture, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, I think you have a section. We were having this discussion earlier, Chris, and you're going to bring this up, man.
Yeah.
But this is a testament to just how great the community is. It's real easy for us to find a lot of people that want to bitch, complain, and moan about stuff that goes on here, man. But one thing about this community, and it has never failed, I'm a decade in, and this community comes together to help out its people, one way or the other, and I love that shit.
So this will go on sale Saturday, the 7th of August. It's called The Warrior. It's by Shannon Soaps. And please, folks, I don't ever ask you to buy anything on this one. We need to sell it out. We need to make sure that all the tubs go off the shelves and we help. And I'm a little choked up.
Oh, yeah. No. Is there also a GoFundMe too for this? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But if there is, we'll certainly put out the information on that if there is one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not very often, especially for those of us that have YouTube channels. I know Nate's the odd man out on that one, but we usually don't request people to support causes. We don't request people to purchase stuff, man. But I'll tell you, Kim has been amazing. She is nothing but positivity, nothing but support. And if anybody deserves it, we're definitely going to push that, man.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100%.
that's incredibly generous and touching. And what Dave was mentioning earlier is we focus a lot on the negative things, and people get upset with one another, and then people will say, "Oh, this community is terrible. It's full of a bunch of bad people," and that has just not been my experience.
No.
I've been helped personally by so many people in the community, and I've seen time and time again the things that are done to help others, and it really is a good place. But you have to make the most of it and focus on the things that are positive, and when you do, you'll get the best out of it. Mm-hmm. And it's not perfect, is your family perfect? Is my family perfect? No, you're going to have some squabbles along the way, but it's really a great community. Go ahead.
Me?
Oh, I thought you had something.
Oh, I was just here to say, just for, all the ball busting that happens. I mean, when, like you're saying, when something like this happens, you see what the community is really about. I mean, it's happened many times with the Cybirds, with Christopher Williams, too, that was just a few years ago. I'm trying to remember other ones, too, but it's happened at least 4 or
with
5
Manny.
times.
Manny last year or the year before. It's heartwarming and touching, and that to me is really what it is. It's when people get together, and they're from all over the world virtually, people will contribute to help people they in some cases barely know. We've gotten to know Kim some. I've certainly talked to her privately and know her some, and I'm extremely thankful to Jason and the Razor Company. So thank you.
Yeah, Jason's an incredible guy. There's no denying that. So,
all All right, sorry about that. Getting a
No,
little
that was great.
emotional.
Hey,
Let's
dude,
get
we,
back
we
to.
we need a little bit of feelings once in a while, dude. You know, we always have an earful of fucking dirty jokes and questions, bitching, complaining. Hey, why not get into our feels a little bit, guys? We're men. It's okay. Hugs all around. I love you.
Yeah.
All right, now back to Low Sense Skeletor. This was released. I assume this is still available, Nate.
Yes, yes, it is. I think Peter said with the LSS and Vita, Vita's still available too. So I know I did a live on Lather and Blade, and Up for a Shave Dave was wondering if it was still available. And thank you, David, for posting it on Lather and Blade at the top. So it's Vita and LSS. So both the links are there if you guys are interested. I think it's pretty much a Lather and Blade exclusive, because I don't even think VIP members of the club can get it.
Okay.
Because I went in as just being a member of the club, and it wasn't there. You need the link for that. So Mel and I also posted the link on our Instagram twice.
Okay.
So you should be able to find it there too, if you're not a part of Lather and Blade, because Peter did want our followers to have the opportunity to get it. So
Excellent. Well,
Look at that.
so you
You
can.
see, all the magic happens in Lather and Blade, dog. I'm just telling you, all the good things are going on in Lather and Blade.
So they can still get it off your link, Nate, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just want to make sure that if you want to get this, which is a really fun and special flippant soap, check out the BBS.Live account and grab the link there for it. And it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad to see it. And one of the things I have to say is, you know, Pete gets a lot of crap, but he's always willing to stand in there and do things like this for people that other artisans will not do. They will not put themselves out there. They won't humble themselves to do something like this. Pete does. And, you know, to me, that always means a lot. Also, I got to mention, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, he made 100 soaps recently to give away. He's already given away about 50. How many other artisans do you see doing that? I don't see it a lot. I do know there are other artisans that are incredibly generous and giving, but I don't know if I've ever seen them make a soap and just give away 100.
No.
You know, that's pretty awesome. And so,
It's awesome. This soap.
it is. It smells great. I really like it.
It really is. And not only did he do 100 soaps to give away, it's also in his brand new base too. So it's not even like, you know, he did 100 soaps in you know, one of his older bases or even playing, you know, just Kaizen 1. No, it's the brand new base. So
yeah, it's real easy to be able to give away a bunch of shit that didn't sell. If you're like, well, it's not movies. No, this is brand new shit that he gave out in the VIP group in Lather and Blade. There's Lather and Blade again. See, it's coming around again.
Hey, I'm gonna bring it up too, right after David. But like Vita, I mean, Junior said in his video today, his YouTube video, due to shaving, he said that the LSS soap, it's not my soap, it's not Mel's soap, it's not Chris's soap, it's not Junior's soap. It's kind of like a second Lather and Blade soap. It's kind of like soap for the people. So it's like two soaps coming out in Lather and Blade, where I know Vita, David, you made it for Lather and Blade. You can say LSS is very much a part of Lather and Blade. I mean, that's where it was started.
It's a community. It's like a big inside joke. It wasn't a private inside joke.
Right.
It's an inside joke that anybody that's been paying attention to what we do, you can check it out.
Yeah, it's
exactly
really nice and a terrific gesture to give those 100 soaps away and to make the this one again. Just everybody can use a little humor, a little levity, a little something light, and especially now because there's a whole lot going on with a whole lot of people. Everything with the Rona is still completely out of control, it would seem, and so you know, now's the time to sort of try to enjoy one another. At least that's my perspective on it. Speaking of which, enjoyment. What are some of your favorite scents of 2021 so far? I know we all have different opinions on that. Nate, do you have anything in mind? There'll be some, and it can be several if you like.
Yeah. Go on to JMac really quick.
Okay, we'll go to JMac. Just a few off the top of your head, JMac, and it can be 3, 4, 5, whatever you want.
I haven't really bought anything in 2021, unfortunately.
What?
So yeah, I don't buy a lot of stuff anymore. I just I just don't. I got so much stuff, and I just don't really have the budget to try a bunch of stuff right now. So I'm trying to think.
So
I got C4 Spice, but that's a 2020 cent, isn't it?
no, that's this year.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh
okay.
no,
Well,
no, no. The regular Spice is last year. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
What have you
yeah. So,
enjoyed in 2021? Let's put it that way.
well, C4 Spice for sure, because I got that
Yeah,
in
I like that one too.
2021. That's a killer. PAA Awesome Sauce, which I mean, it's all because of you.
I like that one too.
That
Yeah.
one is just stupid good. So those are the two standouts of what I've tried. American Pie too. American Pie is just, I mean, it's
Nate had to
sexy.
Nate had to go get the soaps out of the saxophone case.
Yes.
Nate has all the 5 soaps over there at the house. I think he just brought them all.
No, I'm gonna show off. I'm gonna show off 6 soaps right now.
Oh, it's whole collection.
Yeah, JMac, I didn't want to cut you off, JMac, but
No,
are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
That's,
All right.
That's
Well,
all I got.
Okay. Well, this one for sure. LSS is great. I'm putting Vita up there. Even though I give Chris a lot of shit for this, I'm gonna put Seaspice Lime up there. It's
that's a good one too.
It's a very good scent. I really like it. It's coming around to me. I'm still not putting it as my 2021 scent of the year, but I really enjoy it.
It's a nice scent. It is a nice scent. Yeah.
I only had a sample of Campagna. I thought that was excellent.
That's a nice scent too.
Fresh Cut Fade.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
And then, I mean, I'm gonna put our soap up there because why not?
That's a nice scent also. Yeah,
it is a good scent. That is a good scent.
I can't say I disagree with any of those. They're all good.
No,
basically, you got like all the top scents pretty much 2021 so far.
Yeah,
he picked them all. He got them all. David?
Well, a standout scent for me this year has been Vanilla Vendetta. I know you weren't too thrilled with it, Chris, but I absolutely love that scent.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably it's a little bit sweeter scent with that vanilla, but I just think it's just so well blended. I just really enjoyed it, and for it being a scent that's a little on the sweeter side, it's a little bit uncommon for me, and I just really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Obviously Vida. I know, selfishly I had something to do with it, but I wasn't going to release something with Peter that I didn't absolutely love, and I absolutely loved the end results of that. So it was something that I was very proud of, and I just really enjoyed the scent, particularly in the aftershave. That aftershave, Jesus, I really love it. And of course, just the cherry sandalwood.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Cherry sandalwood. And again, this is going to be something that will probably be much more significant to me. Not only just because now it became a tribute, but the original reason why I came up with this, because cherry and sandalwood are my 2 favorite scent notes in the world, and those put together, it really brought me a lot of joy to have that first as a non-tribute soap, something that I commissioned, and now it just means even more being that whole little fucking tribute situation.
Good choices.
Yeah, David, I'm sorry. I had this under clown fruit, so it got lost under clown fruit.
So for me, I, of course, had Seaspice Lime. That's a no-brainer for me. I love that one. I also had, which is a newcomer, Trade Winds. I love the scent of Trade Winds. I absolutely love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I absolutely love it. It's new, but it's fantastic. I had Vita. I really like the scent of Vita a lot. It's not super punchy, but it's really refined, and I think it's one of the soaps where Peter showed some restraint. He showed some finesse, and like he didn't go big. He put everything together in a way that just came across nice, and it works. I really like that one. I loved American Pie too, like Justin. That one for me, I just love the way that smells. And the other one that nobody had, to me, this one, it's James from First Line Shave. And James is a peach scent, but it's dark. You know how Asian plum, I call Asian plum sort of a dark plum. Like it's not super sweet, ripe plum dripping. It's darkness. James has that darkness to it that sort of sets it apart from all the other peach scents. So those are the ones that I've really enjoyed. Although all the ones that you guys mentioned, I like. There's not a single one in the group of any of us here that I didn't like. So when you have a consensus like that, the only one I wasn't really hot on, I would say, is Vanilla Vendetta. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't love it. And so, but it was still good. So that's interesting. So, what about razor? Let's just go safety razors so far in 20. And it doesn't have to be you bought it in 2021. Just what have you enjoyed so far with half the year gone? Safety razors first.
Oh,
and I know what's going to be for Justin.
I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
I mean, it's no like real secret. Like I don't.
Curve.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Rockwell.
That national pride, baby. That national pride.
That's right.
You know, one of the things that is really, really one of the features of Carve that people don't talk a lot about, but it has the smoothest threads that I've ever seen on any razor ever. When you thread that razor, it's like silky smooth, and it's unlike, I don't know if it's the way he does his threads, but there's something about, first they're long, it's a long post, which I like. But it's really smooth. There's no roughness in that whatsoever, and I really like that. That doesn't have a thing to do with the shave, but it's just pleasant when you screw it together.
Yeah, it feels nice to screw the head together. Another thing that I really like about Carve that usually doesn't get talked about that much is just the amount of customization in a Carve razor. You pick your handle size, you pick your top cap, you pick your plates, you pick your material. Yeah. It's a razor that you order for you the way you want it. It's not like it's not like a cut and paste or a one size kind of fits all, and whatever. If you don't like long handle, well, too bad you're stuck with it. It's you order what you want and what works for you, which is one of the coolest things.
Yeah, agreed. Nate, did you grab something?
Yeah, I have 4 that I've just been enjoying. That I think I've used the most in 2021 so far. But
fucking Nate has turned into the stallion. Oh, here's my top 10 and there's 15 fucking entries.
Chris said safety razors.
Yeah.
So I have 4.
We'll get this straight.
But the Timeless Slim.
Yeah, I love that one.
Which
I need to try that.
I just got the knurled handle today, and I should have stuck when you sent this to me to use. You sent me the knurled handle. I should have just got the knurled handle. I love the barber pole handle, but this one, something about it.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
The Blackbird. I mean,
love that too. Yeah,
Blackbird's nice, dude. That Blackbird's a real nice razor.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, just that handle. The only thing, the Blackbird handle, it just slips. I love the aesthetics, dude. It looks great.
Yeah.
It slips out my fingers, dog. I just don't know. It just doesn't functionally. It's not good for me.
Right. The Vector.
Oh yeah.
I know it's not a DE razor, but the Vector.
And that same thing.
I
love it. Love it.
The Goat. I'm always Carbon. I mean,
it's great.
It's the best. I mean, there's sometimes where I'll use other razors for a while, and then I'll go back to the Carbon, and I realize why it's the best to me.
Very seldom is Nate right. Very seldom, but he's right on the Carbon. He's right. It's good.
He's right here.
No, he's right a lot, but he's really right on that one.
CDB just spent $340, was it? On a TI?
Yeah. Well, I unloaded a few things, so kind of evened out. But
hey, you dropped them bucks, Daddy Warbucks. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You spend your money the way you want to, baby.
Well, I couldn't justify. I had to actually move some things along. Going, okay, I'm going to sort of trade this for that. But anyway, David.
Well, mine is really simple, dude. This razor has made it almost impossible for me to grab any other safety razor when I do use a DE, which is not very often, but still, it makes it almost impossible to try anything else.
Okay, so
the Carbon razor, it just
friggin' good.
And I've never the DE razors that I have kept, I like them all, but they're just not as good as the damn Carbon, and I struggle to use anything else. The closest shave to a Carbon in terms of feel, how I feel when I'm using it, is that Blackland Blackbird. So I would like to get a Blackbird one of these days because the shave is very, very close in terms of the experience using it. So
DK just today mentioned the handle on the Carbon, and I thought 100% when Nate sent me his, when I saw the pictures and you using it, I'm like, I'm not going to like that handle. There's no way because it's long. And man, I love that handle. It's one of my favorite handles. And DK doesn't like it. It's not for him. But I love it. I don't know what it is. I like it a lot.
Long handle all day long. I got 4-inch handles on all 3 of my carves. Love the longer handles on a razor.
Mm-hmm.
I typically don't, but I like it on
Yeah.
that one.
I will say I didn't want to throw in all my razors, but the above the tie is still really
it's still
awesome.
a very good razor.
It's a great razor. I have the H1 base plate, and it's
a good plate.
Love it.
So the ones that I've been enjoying, of course, Blackbird, the Timeless Slim is great. The Vector I had on my list, the Carbon I had on my list.
What
and
up, Frank
also,
Lisa?
also had Carve, and of course Above the Tie as well. All of those razors, and honestly, I could pick so many because there's so many people who make great razors. The Razor Rock razors are great. The Lupo and the Game Changer.
I don't own the Lupo. Hey, I don't own the Lupo because I just didn't have the funds at that time. I know they're inexpensive, but I just didn't have the funds loose. If that Lupo comes out, I got to get me one of those because that Lupo is very good. And that shave, the experience of it is very, very close to the Wolfman razors that is modeled after. It is right there.
There's
and by the way,
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, Nate,
There's 2 razors that, I mean, I don't need, again, any more razors, like I don't need any more soaps. But I think the Lupo, like I see it every time. I think it looks awesome compared to the Game Changer. The Game Changer I had, but I had like was it 0.68 or 0.67 or whatever? It was just too mild for me. But the Lupo looks like it has quite a bit of blade feel.
Yeah, it's good.
It looks really good. I might pick that up. And then the Blackbird, the 3D printed or
Era.
Era, yeah, looks really cool.
Wasn't it supposed to be out like in June? What the hell
It
happened
is.
to that?
They put out in the newsletter that essentially the black coating they had to sort of revisit because they were having some failures when they go to produce a lot of them, and it was not acceptable. So they went back and tweaked a few things. But they're on it. I was just talking to Shane yesterday, so I don't know when it will be, but it'll be right when it comes out. That's what he's really working on. So I had a question for Mel here that said, "Are you still mad?" But of course, Mel's not here to answer it.
He's always mad. He's always mad. He just is able to hide it very well.
Oh, I gotta show you something. So I need my iPad here for this because on your last show, maybe not your last show, but at some point, I know Mel was talking about Jason at the Razor Company, and I wanted to show you all. I don't know if you could see that, but look at the date up there. It says, well, is it twisted?
Yeah.
July 29th, 2020. We see it, though.
That's when I asked Jason to do a artisan spotlight. Was 1 year ago. So there it is. Wow. And by the way, he didn't say no. But he's been quite busy and everything, and we never caught up. And it may be one of those things where, you have to weigh everything and decide. Some people don't like being very, very public. Yep. Jason really likes to be supportive a lot behind the scenes, and he's very busy running his company. So I just wanted to show you guys that so you know.
King.
I can tell you, I have the pleasure of talking to Jason fairly frequently on the phone, actually. And, what a great guy to talk to. He is just...
he is...
What a shot in the arm for the community he's been, like, especially as a retailer. So, I mean, I know we got a ton of online retailers, but where are most of them? I'm not gonna say names, but
I can tell you 100%, having talked to him a lot, and one of the reasons that we've been very we talk about him a lot is because he's out there a lot. He's doing things a lot. He's supporting people. And this thing, like with Kim, this fundraiser, which we talked about on the phone last week, it's near and dear to me because, I got some news today about my own mother, which wasn't what I was expecting. It was kind of a tough day. So when reading this, I got emotional because it's Kim, and I'm thinking of my mother and also my mother-in-law who are, not doing great at the moment. I mean, they're coming along, they're getting along, but, we hope for better in the future, and the news today wasn't great. So I apologize to everyone for getting a little emotional there. I couldn't really help myself. But this sort of gesture where you really go out of your way to help someone in the community is just what it truly is, what Jason is about. We've seen him do it repeatedly. Go ahead, David.
it's just Brendan Shays put it the best way right here, dude. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but it just fit to
No.
exactly what you're saying. Brendan Shays put he actually feeds the community instead of eating from the community. And I've always been a big proponent of supporting artisans and supporting vendors that are they really give back to the community and care about what we're doing.
Mhm.
And yeah, just Brandon, and it just perfectly spoken to what you were saying.
I mean, he gives he's a sponsor to all of us, right? All of our, I mean, he gives gift cards to give away on Canadian Mafia Show, BBS.Live, Real Talk. I'm not sure if he does it for Shaveline MBD, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did, you know.
Well, it's not only that,
Looking
but
shady, dude.
he's paying attention. It's not just about giving people things. It's about paying attention. He knows when people hit certain landmarks. He knows when things are going on in people's lives. And how many vendors can you mention who knows, hey, this is going on with this person.
Right.
I'm going to help him out. I know you just hit this milestone, and that's somebody who's engaged and focused and paying attention, and is not someone who's just here to sell us wares. He's working in partnership with everybody. And that, to me, every time I order from Jason, which is a lot, and he will tell you that, I feel good about it. And so I'm going to keep doing it. And, you know, it's one of those things where I just feel good when I do it. And when I see things like this with Kim, it just, I think it's fantastic. And I know he worked with a lot of the other artisans, and I also know that he has reached out to artisans to say, hey, you're not set up for distribution with a stock list. Let me help you. Let me, you know, and I tell you, I know it's sounding like a very slobbery situation here with Jason, but, you know, it really means a lot to us. So thank you, Jason.
He deserves recognition, though, like 100%. Like, it's like even when we started the Canadian Mafia Show, I mean, we had no plans on doing giveaways. It was just 4 or 5 of us Canadian idiots getting together to talk and do our own little Instagram thing, right? So we did one show, and the next day I get a message from Jason. Hey, I want to sponsor your show. I was like, what? Our show? Us? Us idiots? Like, what?
Awesome.
Because you know, our show gets a little rough around the edges sometimes too, right? He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm sponsored. And I was like, wow, man, that's like incredible.
Yeah,
so,
that's terrific. So let's move on now to, you know, personally, I'm not a bass person, but I do like to ask people what their favorites are. What are your favorites so far of 2021? What really stands out to you? You know, it can be a couple if you like.
I feel.
Oh, you know, Nate's gonna give us 6.
No.
That's okay.
No,
That's okay.
I'll give one. I'll give my favorite, but I feel like we're all gonna have pretty much the same one.
Could be.
I mean, I think that K2E bass is outstanding. I think it's the best one. It went into my number one. It's easy to lather. The proto lather you can shave with, like, and it's slick, and it's nuts. It's kind of crazy how good it is. But again, Shannon's, because Shannon's was, I think 2021's the first time I used Shannon's too.
Yeah.
And Shannon makes a great soap too. So like, again, it's hard to, the artisans out there now, they're all making good soaps. So when we say one's better than the other, it doesn't mean one is bad, you know?
Right. That's correct.
So the K2E base for me, like, by far.
It would be the same for me. And what I really like about it is he's firmed it up.
Yeah.
I have just grown not to like really soft bases. I really like that it's a little more firm. I personally believe you get a little more value from a firm soap. And I've enjoyed the 2 that I've tried a lot. Although, let me say this, just like Nate said, you can throw a rock and hit any of the reputable artisans in any of the stores. You can just let it ping pong down like a ping pong ball on the razor company and just hit a soap. And if you buy it, it's probably going to be good, because these artisans have upped their game to a level where everybody is good. There's very few people that aren't good at this point. So when you're talking about the best, the next guy or gal is not far off.
Right.
Really.
No, that's right.
Really quick too, Justin, carry on steady now, brought up 345. I forgot 345 I used for the first time.
Yeah, that's good too.
Really good as well.
It's very nice. JMac?
For me, Spearhead. I really like the Spearhead bass.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a really nice bass. Obviously K2E. I mean, I'd be remiss not to mention that. That is an incredible bass. And I'd say it's probably it's not a 1 or 2. It's a tie for top spot, but I still got a soft spot for a First Canadian Buffalo bass.
I like First Canadian too. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I mean, I know every shaver's different, but for me, that's always worked well for me. And so that's pretty much my go-to right there.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Bilu, yeah, I think for me 345 could be the rookie.
It's good.
Even though he's not a rookie though, but like kind of like the, I guess you could say rookie of the year, but
yeah. What about you, David?
Well, again, going with everybody else, the Kaizen formulas, all the formulas of Kaizen have been fucking fantastic. K2E is no exception. There you go, rare breed, baby. But probably the most recent addition to my best list of bases would be that Kodiak bass from Murphy and McNeil. That may be one of my favorite. That it's not maybe, it is one of my favorite. The Patriot bass from Strike Gold Shave is
can't leave that one out. It's good.
Phenomenal.
That's the problem is when you start naming them, you start thinking, oh, that one's good. They're all good.
Well, I know Brandon's bringing up 11 and Lee brought up 11. I never tried 11, but I heard it's excellent. So like
I've tried it back. I tried it back when it was Sapon de Palo.
Yeah, it's been
it's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's damn good. Is it one of the elite bases? No, it does everything well. But for me, it's just the lather is not as dense as some of these other entries that we have on the list. The lather just has a tendency to be a little lightweight, a little bit more fluffy.
Yeah.
But again, doesn't mean that it's bad by no means. It's just there's certain things that I look for that it just doesn't quite add up there.
Yeah, David, sorry, Chris. David, no, I'm using Barbershop De Los Muertos tomorrow, so you got me really excited to use that Kodiak bass. So.
Dude, Kodiak bass is so fucking good, dude. It's just like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? No, go ahead, JMac. I don't want to cut you off there.
I like that weight too that David's referring to. Like even if you get a soap hydrated, like just perfect, even like especially for straight razor shaving, so it's a thinner, slicker lather, but it still has that like viscosity or weight on your face. Yeah, I absolutely love that as well.
Nice. What's your all-time favorite classic soap? Classic soap. JMac?
For me, I could go right away. I don't even have to think about it. Tobacco.
Me too.
Tobacco is my favorite classic.
That's a good one.
Mitchell's Wolfat.
Oh, Mitchell's Wolfat.
I have Mitchell's Wolfat. That's like really the only classic soap I have right now. I am getting tobacco. Jeff and Annie are giving me their tobacco. They didn't like tobacco, or they don't like the scent, so they were going to give me their tobacco.
Some people don't, yeah.
Tobacco is great though too.
I'm going to use it.
I could go either or, tobacco or Wolfat. They're both fantastic.
My favorite all-time classic soap, which sadly is unobtainium, and if somebody ever finds a bunch of this you need to buy, is Icoloniale Mango Oil.
That is so good.
Favorite
it's fucking good.
Classic soap. And I hope someday someone will find a cache of that's been stowed away somewhere, because that is it always has been my personal favorite.
Now, I got two pucks of those left. I was able to buy. I bought I think I bought like 2 extra pucks off of Rudd's, and I went through the one that I had, and I still have those 2 pucks left.
Is that Italian?
Yes, it's Italian.
You should talk to an Italian barber in Razor Rock, because they like to resurrect Italian things that kind of go by the wayside.
Yeah,
they might be able to recreate that.
This week was Barbershop week on BBS.Live. What's your favorite barbershop scent of all time?
God.
Wow.
For me,
I already know, so I don't.
Go ahead, David, since you already know, because Nate's thinking.
It is so easy. Nate's gonna use it tomorrow. Barbershop de los Muertos. It is just.
Oh, I didn't think of that one.
It is again. The whole class of barbershop is just so fucking convoluted. There's so much shit that fits into it. Barbershop de los Muertos is my absolute fucking favorite, and it's not close.
Yeah,
JMac.
Is Old Spice a barbershop, or is that like its own kind of genre?
That's the thing. Like, what?
Yeah, it's tough.
Like,
it's tough. It's broad.
Yeah.
if Old Spice isn't in there, I'm going to say First Canadian Barbershop is my favorite, but then if Old Spice is in the realm, Barrister's Reserve Spice, which is their dupe on Schulten, would probably be my favorite.
So David's going to give me crap, but I have 3 because they're all so different. I mean, Barbershop de los Muertos is different than CAD, which is another favorite, and you could put CAD and Fine American Blend. They're really close. So, and then I really like Fresh Cut Fade from 345.
Yeah, that's
they're
good.
all different,
It's
but
very
they're all
good.
barbershops. So it's like
I haven't tried that one. I gotta get that Fresh Cut Fade.
It's really good.
For me, because even though barbershop is in the name, BDLM, I almost consider that one like a cologne. It's like it's almost like a great cologne dupe because it comes across like a nice cologne. So I don't consider that one as much barbershop. The one I picked was also unobtainium, sadly, is Declaration Bandwagon. It's terrific. It's got citrus pop to it, but it has some of the classic barbershop in it too. It's fantastic, but they don't make it, and evidently they can't get the oils to make it, and that's unfortunate because it's fantastic. I love it. It's really, really good. What's that? What did Shady do?
His favorite barbershop is Hallows.
Favorite straight razor of the moment. Like, this doesn't have to be your all-time, but what are you enjoying the most at the moment?
Ooh, Jesus, that's a good question too.
Thirsty Badger.
I appreciate that, Jason.
Says BDLM is an homage dupe, so that's why I think it smells like a nice cologne, because it is.
Yeah.
Based on that scent. So
I've been told what cologne Barbershop de los Muertos is duped after probably 10 times. I can never fucking remember. I'm awful with it. I still to this day cannot remember what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we still have giveaways coming up. We're getting to the first one here.
Yeah.
So
for straight razors, I'll say my Weight and Butcher 6/8 extra hollow. Kind of a I don't know if it's really rare, but usually Wade's. They don't be wedgy. I have an extra hollow. It's fantastic. That's mine.
Yeah.
For mine, it's always a sentimental choice because this razor is a Weight and Butcher for gentleman's use.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And I've only ever seen 3 of these. There's 3 or 4 of these that I know of. Stallion has one. I have one. Adventures in Wet Shaving has one. And I think one guy in Canada somewhere. And I've only ever known of those 4 people to have them. They're from the 1800s. They're much more rare than the barbers use. And so the Stallion gave me this one. And this one's been reground at some point because, it's fairly hollow. It's terrific. And it means a lot to me because it was a gift and it's extremely rare. So I really like it.
Nice.
Chris has actually left that razor to me in his will. So, we consulted a lawyer because with his mind slipping the way it has been, I had to insist. So, so once he kicks the bucket, that one's coming to me.
Nice.
Nate?
I have some really good ones, but for some reason, every time I shave with this Boker Edelweiss,
that's a good razor, yeah.
With the daddy's edge on it, daddy's edge.
Sharp and tuggy?
David is our daddy. I get a great shave every time. And this is a smaller, I think this is 11/16s. And it's great. Like I've just been noticing that I don't need like the really big blades. But I have one that I haven't shaved with, but it is going to David. And Mel sent me this as I thought he was joking, but he got 2 Philharmonicas and he sent me one of his Philharmonicas.
That's really cool.
And he sent it for my unborn son for when he's old enough to shave.
Awesome.
So I'm going to keep it until he gets here. But this will be getting sent to David to get an edge put on. So
that would almost allow us to excuse Mel for not making it tonight. Almost.
Exactly.
But you're going to shave with that till he's old enough to use it, right?
I'm going to use it for the next 15 years or 60 or whatever it is. But
nice. That's what you do.
So did you? Yeah, I forgot JMac already talked about Wade and Butcher there at the beginning. All right, so we're going to get to the first giveaway, which is the Maritime Brush from Maritime Brush Co. Brendan, they're a very nice guy. And so what we're going to do is ask a question. And the first one to get it right, which we all agree on, shall be the winner. And the question is, and none of these guys know what the question is.
Thank you, Jason.
No one knows.
Thank you. Oh, and just real quick, Chris, before you ask the question,
Sure.
Hey, just shout out to Brendan. I think you say his name Shoot, because he doesn't have the Maritime IG, but you'll see him in the comment section. Brendan Shoot. Forgive me if that's not how you say your last name, because I've never seen the last name until I met you. Or Brendan Shoot, something along those lines.
Do you know that, Brent?
JMac,
do you know his last name?
Shoot, as far as I know.
Okay.
It's CHUTE. Yeah. So
Shoot, probably.
Yeah.
So just shout out to you, Brendan. Thank you. We appreciate this, man. Thank you for showing support to the community. I'm happy that you have finally come out of the shadows and joined the Facebook groups, joined IG, and dude, I love it when people are fucking participating.
Yeah.
Right.
Me too.
I was going to try to show the brush here if I can find it for you before we actually give it away. And I know it's difficult with the glare, but there is the brush.
I was looking at that one too, man.
It's really good, dude.
Yeah, so now Nate and I can't win by default. Now I see what Chris is doing.
Yeah.
You've been excluded.
Eligible now. I see what you're on.
So
does Shoot.
For the question, name any item at Maritime Brush Co. that Brandon sells that isn't a knot or a brush. Name an item at Maritime Brush Co.
Hey, I'm going to exit out and I'm going to go in the comments. I want to win the fucking brush. I already fucking know. God damn it.
Something that he sells on his Etsy store that is not a brush.
I know too, so I'll be able to. Oh, mostly vintage.
Oh, boom. Who's mostly vintage head shaver? Scales. Yeah.
I got mostly vintage head shaver.
Mostly
Did everybody
vintage.
see that? It was right after Andre.
Scales.
Yeah, I got mostly vintage.
Yeah,
that's who I got as the winner.
So mostly vintage. Send any of us your information on a DM, and we'll get that to Brendan. And thank you, Brendan. And don't forget to check out Maritime Brush Co. Sometimes I get it confused, and I'm like Brush Works, because a lot of people are Brush Works, and some people are Brush Co. And I want to say, Brendan.
Where's Brendan from?
A couple of handles you put out. He's from, I believe, Maine, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, Brendan?
I think Maine.
Nice.
He's not Canadian?
He's close to Canadian.
I thought he was Canadian, but maybe not.
I don't know.
Let us know where you're from. I should know where you're from.
I know. Tell us, Brendan.
And I apologize for that, Brendan, but I should know where you reside. Because Maritime...
Two more giveaways still coming, by the way. So
Maritime makes me think he lives in Eastern Canada, which is called the Maritimes, where I live.
I mean, if he's in Maine, that's even better, because when I get from him, I don't have to pay the shipping.
New Brunswick. That's right, New Brunswick. There
you
go.
Okay.
He is Canadian.
He lives to the province next door to me. So I knew it. Maritime, East Coast Canadian.
I don't know why I thought Maine, but
represent.
Oh, okay. Mostly vintage is Ken Schneider. I know who Ken Schneider is.
I do have his address, so I can send it to you, Chris. I do have his address.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Seth, I'm doing good, brother. Hope you are too, man.
Yeah, the Maritime coin is great.
So
I love that coin.
Damn it! So I need to get one of his brushes now too, because he lives like next door to me, eh? Damn
I was mentioning before, Brendan, a couple of handle styles. This one that we're giving away tonight, and a couple we pointed out recently. We like those styles of handles. I hope you'll do more of those, more of the classic sort of styles. This one I like a lot that's being given away. So vintage, you got a good one coming to you.
He has like a kind of a chubbier style handle too in his hybrids that I really like too.
Nice.
I actually will probably get one from him at some point in that chubby style.
I would love, if Brendan's paying attention, I would love to see some spalted maple burl brushes. Spalted maple burl or desert ironwood. If I could get desert ironwood or spalted maple burl in that shit, woo-wee. Those are just the prettiest of them all.
I have a set of spalted maple scales on a razor Randy restored for me, and just beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so we have, and we will be getting to the questions too. We have a segment here that everybody looks forward to, and the name of the segment is That's whack, dog.
That's whack.
We're going to talk about what's whack. And I'm going first this time because this is really something that's been, it bothers me. This is one of those situations where we sort of delve into things that aren't great. Most things are great in this community, as we mentioned earlier. But for me,
yes, Brendan,
personal attacks on folks that don't have anything to do with products, don't have anything to do with service, don't have anything to do with technique, that are meant to be hurtful, malice behind it. When people's families are involved, whether you're talking about a vendor, a fellow member of the community, the minute that your criticism goes to someone's character, who they are, their family, the way they raise their family, or anything like that, it's whack, it's out of bounds, and as a community, we should get together and say, this is not acceptable. And if you make a habit of doing this, you are going to be exiled from this community, or people aren't going to mess with you.
Yeah.
Because there's
now you gotta say it with a little bit more passion. They ain't gonna fuck with you.
Look, listen,
right.
And I'm not, just to be clear, I'm not trying to single out any particular person. I'm just saying, generally speaking, if you are talking about people in a negative way and you're trying to injure them in some way, injure their reputation, and you're not focusing on, it's perfectly fine to be critical of a product, it's perfectly fine to be critical of service, it's perfectly critical to be to launch or to say in a review you don't like things. You don't have to be, you don't have to love everything, but the moment that it goes personal and you're deliberately trying to antagonize people, I just think we don't need that in this community.
No.
We just don't need it. And everybody should work together to make sure that people understand, if you do that in this community, you're not going to be around for long, or you're going to have a very, very small audience to talk to. I just think we can all do better. We can do better.
Fuck around to find out.
Yep.
All right, next.
Who wants to go next?
Who do you
We'll
want?
go to David.
You know what's whack, dog? Is when people are just so goddamn sensitive and in their feelings. This community is great. And just because one person fucking makes you upset, one person offended you, don't take it out on the community. The community has done amazing things. And just like when we started off with the show, Chris, there's assholes in every group. There's going to be assholes in every hobby. I'm part of other hobbies, barbecue groups, cigar groups. There's assholes everywhere. Don't get so caught up in your feelings that you start burning bridges and just ruin your time, man. Have a fucking good time and enjoy yourself. Appreciate the friends that you do have. Eliminate the people that don't fuck with you, and you're going to have a good time, man. Just don't be all up in your feelings.
Okay, JMac.
His comments are great. God damn it.
Wow. I'm very unprepared for this because I did not have time to prepare. Jesus, what?
I mean, something's got to be whack. Okay, we can go to Nate first. I'll give you a moment. We'll go. We'll come back to you. Okay, go ahead.
Same shit you're talking about. Just don't make things personal. Go after people's families. That's just that's been like the biggest thing this last couple weeks and that's just ridiculous. So
yeah, I think,
or like you said, or you'll be shunned, and the community will be happy to shun you. Believe me.
I think we can and do agree that the moment that an argument goes to someone's family and you bring somebody's family up, you lose. You're done. Yeah. You simply cannot do that. And by that I mean not calling names, criticizing anything to do with someone's family. We can't have it.
If you involve somebody's family, you've done fucked up, and there's really, as far as I'm concerned, me personally, there's no coming back from that. I don't give a shit what you have to say or what excuses you have. No, you're done.
Sorry, these comments. I'm not laughing at you, JMac, or anything. I never
Everybody
get to
laughs
really.
at me anyway. Just ask Coyote Cuts.
Dude, it's the worst shit, dude. When if we're trying to talk about something serious and these fucking jerk offs in the comments are saying wild shit, I'm trying to keep a straight face and it's just not working.
Yeah.
Gotta get a charger.
So Bilu read my mind when I was waiting to be getting called on, but just say Reddit, that's whack. It is. Reddit is, I mean, maybe you guys are on Reddit, that's fine, but there's a lot of douches on Reddit, like, that legit have no life and will write long fucking dumbass posts to make themselves feel better. It's just annoying, and it's there's no need for it.
Oh, but shit, don't you think that perhaps that a lot of attention gets paid to probably a very small group of people who do that? Like it can't be the entire community, like, because we do see, to be fair, sometimes these things flare up on other platforms as well, and it's usually only a few people. And I try never to generalize to a degree that it sort of impugns the entire community. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does.
We make that mistake, dude, especially us that center our hobby around more Facebook and Instagram. We do take out all of our frustration with us. We take it out on the whole platform of Reddit. But really, I've seen it. I've been around. There's maybe about 20 to 30 dickheads over there. And all the other fucking a few thousand people are really cool.
Yeah.
About things.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, we know a lot of people who are on Reddit who are perfectly fine people, and I think you can reasonably assume that most people are. It's just, you know, as is the case with any platform, you're going to have people who do not behave and don't play well. What I hope the community will do is, when people aren't, you know, living up to the standard that we should sort of try to hit, that they're talked to about it, that it is moderated, and we don't just allow things in our community to slide when it gets deeply personal and hurtful to a degree that it really affects people's lives.
Yeah.
That's my personal.
The thing that really bothers me the most about Reddit, though, and I'm sure everybody else has some of the same thoughts, is you know that some of those people that are on there in Reddit, I mean, some people know who's who in Reddit, but for the most part, a lot of it's anonymous. But you just know some of those same people are in the groups every day, and they're liking photos, and they're commenting, and they're, so, you know, they got their two faces, right? They got their, I'm participating in the groups and everything's all well and good. And look at that A&E. Oh, that looks great. I'm gonna heart that. Oh, it's a beautiful soap. And then in Reddit, that's just a whole completely different thing. And that's the part of Reddit that drives me nuts.
It's kind of the situation, man, that I've come to terms with it. I've had a couple times where on Reddit I've been bashed over there, man, and I just come to terms that if you're putting that much effort talking shit about me, you're lacking something, man. You're lacking something in your own life, and I'm okay with it. You know, if this makes your day a little bit brighter, I have thick skin. I'm not a sensitive dude. Hey, have at it. If that's what you need, that'll supplement your life that much to make you happy. Hey, do your thing, homie. You know, it just is what it is.
Right.
I know one of the things we're lacking in their lives.
Yeah, I could get really something that's really whack, but we might lose probably half the crowd. So I'm going to just keep that in. So if you guys think about losing half the crowd, you probably know what I'm talking about. So
I don't know. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to.
We have to have a conversation about Mel and appointing members to the monarchy. Nobody's being consulted on this. Like, we have kings and queens, and we're like, what? Nobody asked us if we had any. Mel has appointed kings and queens without consultation with the rest of the community.
Hey, I'm the king of Pensacola, so I'm great. Like I'm just living life. So no, I'm good.
I had that written down because I was hoping Mel was going to be here just to jab him on that, but of course he's not here. So
I think we need like a high council where we can discuss this as a group and appoint royalty as we see fit.
We need a parliament. We need something.
Right.
We need a legislative body or something to sort of vet these choices. Not that he's made bad choices, because let's face it, we'd all make different choices if asked, probably. So there are probably no bad choices, but. I mean, Mel pops on a video and he's like, the king. And I'm like,
what?
No one asked me?
Yeah, true.
That's right. It's a
All right,
democracy, not a dictatorship. Damn it.
let's do a $25 gift card giveaway now, courtesy of the Razor Company. And we have a 75 one that we'll hold for a moment, but this is for the 25, and we'll prepare for the question here. And again, this will be a question. The first one that we all agree on gets the answer correct will be the winner. And again, no one knows this question but me. I don't share any of these things. The question is, in what state is the Razor Company located?
I
In
know
what
this one.
state is the Razor Company located? And we will wait to see who gets this
Sheboygan.
right. It won't take long.
Yeah, no.
It won't take long. My guess is.
It shouldn't.
And we wait.
Are you sure about that?
They are. Oh,
Or
Shady
Shady.
wins.
Shady.
Shady wins.
Man,
Shady.
Mostly Vintage was just seconds behind Shady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shady wins
That's
the
Shady.
$25. They are located in Michigan. Now everybody gets it, but Shady was first on that one, first on the.
Right. Minnesota. What?
So congratulations, Shady. But I tell you what,
Hashtag
Vintage
practically
almost pulled
Canadian.
another one there.
Yeah, he did.
Hashtag
So very, very
practically
nice.
Canadian.
Shady wins again.
Okay, let's get to a few of these questions here. Brandon Shea says, who is Los Skeletor? Is that Nate Burgermeister? Yes, it is in fact
Yes,
Nate.
that is.
The Burgermeister Meister Burger. If you've ever seen The Year Without a Santa Claus, if you haven't seen it, this Christmas, watch it. It's magic. Good old late 60s, early 70s Christmas show. Let's see. Marion, is there an after party tonight? I don't know the answer to that.
I can't be
sure, Marion.
later if there is. So.
Nate, you don't come on even during the day anymore.
They do.
Don't.
So Art says safety razors isn't for the face.
Oh, he brought that up on my live today.
That's
He
good, Art.
a
No problem.
head shaver with safety razors.
Doug from Dougie Shaving on YouTube says hot water shave or cold water. I usually prefer warm. I mean, I don't make it super hot. What about you guys?
Warm. I used to be a cold water shaver, and now I switched. It's warm. I wouldn't say it's hot.
JMac?
Lukewarm or cold?
Nice. David?
Hot. I go as hot as I could take.
Well, no wonder you're always sweating in your videos. Then.
Yeah,
You're like,
true.
oh my God, it's so hot in the den. Well, that's
Hey, dog.
why.
It's just not satisfying, the cold water, bro. And I start sweating before the camera even fucking comes on.
Damn, but you think the cold water would make you feel better, though, wouldn't it?
Probably, possibly.
Hey, Randy.
Our brother Upfo says, just want to say hopes and blessings to my great people and great shaves to everybody. Thank you, Upfo. And make sure to check out Upfo
It wouldn't be a
on
message.
Instagram. I was telling some folks the other day, I was watching Upfo's video, and he was doing an inspirational video in the car there. And I said, by the end of that video, I was like, he's right. I'm great. Like he always has a positive message that we all appreciate, or at least I certainly do. Molecular Shave or Molecular Jeff says favorite carbon plate.
That would be for you, Chris.
I
You're
have
only one that's tried.
I have the regular and the plus, and both are fantastic. Like it's hard to choose between them for me. I don't know.
I just use the standard, and it just shaves.
It's great.
So I feel like it. I mean, the other plates would have to. I don't know. They would have to shave for me to make them better. I don't know. I just have never thought about getting another plate or the plus.
Have you tried any other plate, David?
I've tried the plus plate, and it is also very nice. It is a little less blade feel, so if that's something that you enjoy. It's funny enough, it's supposed to be the more aggressive setting. It does have a little bit more of a blade gap, but with that blade gap came the less blade exposure. It feels like a much gentler shave, but it still takes care of everything.
By the way, folks, feel free to pop more questions in there if you please. JMac, have you tried a carbon? I can't recall.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay. I forgot what that guy was. Oh, here we are. We'll get back on track here. The dude of shaving today made his triumphant return with a video where he did Locent Skeletor's origin story, if you will. And I promise you that was the gospel. Like, I looked up, the heavens were opening, and it was the best part of my day today. It was the best part of an otherwise crap day. And I thought, this is great. It's the most real origin story I've ever seen. So if you have not watched the Dude of Shaving's video today, go watch it, and have no fear. You won't confuse it with any other videos because he hasn't made any recently. It's not probably going to make any soon. So just watch the latest one, and you'll get all the lowdown. It was very funny.
No, I was thinking about the low scent story I have no problem with, but with the ghost lather, my lather was that bad, I would have to kick my own ass. I think I said that in the comments, because my lathers are not like...
That was funny.
So it's basically Junior and Brian from Shannon Soaps that always get me my lather. But funny thing is Brian, when I was using Shannon Soap on a live, he never talked about how bad my lather was. So,
but
he's home cooking.
Exposed.
Home cooking. Well, it's funny because I always say personally in this, make whatever the heck kind of lather you want. If it works for you, if you're getting great shapes, it doesn't really matter what everybody thinks about the way it looks, or, just do what's enjoyable. It's there for you to enjoy. I do know people get crap about it, and you'll see the only time that I am bothered by lather ever is when I see a marketing photo, like from a company, and like, I'm just going to use a company as an example, Rockwell. And I'm not saying that I've seen this with Rockwell, but if you see a lather on there that good and well is not the type of lather it should be, it's noticeably bad.
Yeah.
And you will see this in some of the promotional videos. And I'm like, that looks like they didn't consult anyone, or that, and so that always bothers me. Other than that, I don't care what kind of lather anybody makes if they enjoy it.
Well, you also know it came out of a can too, right? Probably for those promotional shots. Like, quick, somebody grab that dollar store, Dollar Tree bottle of shave foam.
But that's what I don't get, because, like, if you're looking at fast food, the picture of the burgers are perfect. Then when you go there, they look like shit. They're still delicious. You would think, like, if you're selling a razor, you want everything to look good in that, and every time they look terrible. Like, you're talking about ghost lather, that's a ghost lather.
I think it's because they're using models in a lot of cases who don't actually use these razors.
Yeah.
Well, see, they also have food photographers or food stagers for food, and actually a lot of times, sometimes food pictures isn't even real food. It's plastic, or it's not fully cooked, whatever. But maybe what the shaving industry needs are shaving experts or shaving models,
consultants.
Shaving consultants. That's right. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Shaving consultants could be a extra revenue stream there.
Yeah.
Well, you see him, and I've seen some. I saw a video one time where the guy drags the razor. He goes across his face this way, and I'm like, "There's no way.
No.
That would be a cut all day, every day." And I showed it to some other people. I said, "Watch when he comes across. He goes straight on horizontal with the razor held like this." I'm like, "No. That would be a cut. It would be a massive cut."
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I seen a promotional video for a straight razor, or a shave head, or as a picture or something for, I forget where it was now, but it was recently, and it was like a woman shaving a man with a straight razor, and she's like perfect 90-degree angle to the face, like stuck right against the face, and it's like, no.
Oh man.
It was bad.
Really quick here, Sepperton Shaves, who has 50,000 YouTube followers.
Big.
Nice.
It's just crazy. He said Nate Ken Serves Bauermeister. If my ladders look like Ken Serves, the pastiest ladders, then no one can call me Ghost Lather if my lathers look like Ken Serves, because he has some of the pastiest lathers there are.
Well, he doesn't lather. He loads the brush and he puts it on his face, and he
But
shaves.
the thing is, it works for him.
Yeah,
and
maybe
so
there's something to it. I might try
yeah,
that. Maybe he's onto something that the rest of us
I used to
don't
lather
know.
quite a bit on the drier side also,
Yep.
and it works just fine. So I always say, if it works for you, it doesn't matter. It's
Hey,
completely
does anybody notice that Nate's better at reading the comments in our live than he is on BBS.Live?
I fucking love this. This is the greatest. I
it
love.
allows you, yeah, it does allow you a little more time,
Hey, I don't
to,
have to take control. Like, I don't
it's
have
hard to,
anything to
yeah.
do with questions or anything. This is the best.
Average looking brush coin or no coin at all, by
Ooh.
No
the Thirsty
coin.
Badger. No coin.
No coin. Yeah, because if it's an ugly coin, or well, I don't know, what would you consider average? Because a coin will stop me from buying a brush, but I've never bought a brush because the coin.
So,
If that makes sense.
so David, you're gonna hate me, but I would much rather prefer the Vikings coin over no coin.
Oh
I
God.
know, I know you hate it, but I like that
Oh,
coin.
dude, it's so fucking
It's
ugly.
a thing
Just
now,
because you're a
though.
fucking Vikings fan, though.
That's true. That's true.
That,
But it's a thing now. If you don't have a coin, like you have to have something else. So like I feel, which is so stupid. Like it is stupid. But you like at the time I had, oh God, Matthew Martin. What was his company again?
brush guy.
Brush Guy. So I had a brush from him before he had a coin, and I sold that brush, and I didn't take a picture of the bottom of the brush. The guy who bought it messaged me super pissed off because he thought there was a coin in there. And I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
at the time, I was like, I didn't think it was a thing. It's a thing now. Like, I feel like if you're a brush maker, you need to have a coin.
Well, you need to have a fucking coin that's respectable, dude.
Right.
That
I agree
fucking
with you.
Viking, and
It's
I
still
love
ugly.
Vikings turning. Vikings brush turning is fucking phenomenal. It
Right.
is great. I love the brushes he's turning out. That fucking coin is a fucking
I
catastrophe.
agree.
It is.
But
JMac,
if you don't have a
your thoughts?
coin, you at least have to do something like Mojo does to put your brand at least on there.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your thoughts, JMac?
Uh, no comment.
That's fine.
I don't really care about coins one way or another. If brush has cool coin, cool. If it doesn't, it's cool.
I want to go back to the last segment just for a moment because I don't want anybody to misunderstand. When Nate referenced Ken Surfs, what he was saying there, he wasn't making fun of Ken Surfs or taking a shot. He was saying if my lathers are like Ken's, he has a lot of lather in his face, I can't be making a ghost lather. So I don't want anybody to misinterpret that. I was thinking about that a moment ago. Like, just to be clear, nobody's ripping on Ken because Ken does a great
That's
job.
whack, dog. The fact that you had to fucking explain that.
Oh, believe me, it creates problems if you don't make it very, very clear.
Ken's not on the lives anyway, so no one's gonna know unless someone tells him. So, and I don't even think he would care either way. But I understand.
Right. Anyway, moving along, let's get to another question here. This one is from Shannon Soaps. Would you be willing to teach Nate to do a proper bowl? The tutorials are up there with Shannon, so Nate can watch that.
I said I would bring this up, and really quick, I'm not ripping on UCDB, but because people are ripping on my lathers, I was just saying because Brian said you are the king at bowl lathering. And I said it's pretty easy to be the king at bowl lathering when you're bowl lathering with a synthetic brush.
It is easy.
I thought it's pretty easy. And they thought that was like fighting words. I didn't think that was words. No. I just think if you can't lather with a synthetic brush, you're really bad at lathering. So
yeah, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I do think that my theory is that the fiber in synthetic brushes are less diameter than natural hair. And for some reason, that makes it a bit easier to lather. I don't know if that's factual. That's an absolute, it's speculation or conjecture, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You're just making shit up.
Yeah, it could very well be. But there is something to it because if you lather with synthetics for a while and then you grab a natural hair, you'll be like, oh, crap, this is a pain in the rear. you know, and also the way natural hair brushes hold on to leather is completely different. It's completely different. And that's primarily the reason I don't use them much, because I don't like the way they hold on to it. Even, you know, and the more dense the brush, the more they hold on to it.
I did bring it up to them that you've said on your YouTube channels that you have a more difficult time lathering with batters than you do synthetics. You just have it done with synthetics. So
yeah, I'd have to use natural hair for a good couple of weeks before it would feel normal to me. So I don't really find the need to do things that aren't enjoyable. So whatever it is that you do it in a way that's enjoyable. I mean, that's always my recommendation.
Yeah, well, plus you're probably a bowl lather anyway, and synthetics are nice and soft. So when you're painting it on your lather, you got painting on your face, you got a nice soft brush to paint it on with. You know, for people that are into, you know, face lathering, then what's a whole other ball of wax, right? That's where I think Badger can be king, a really nice Badger, because it's a nice face feel. But then again, synthetics feel nice face lathering too, and they do a quicker job. I would probably recommend, as much to David's chagrin, a synthetic for somebody learning how to face lather. I know Dave's he's not gonna like that, but.
Ben says, would you rather buy Kim soap or Kim soap? Great question, Ben. Thank you very much. We appreciate
Kim's
that.
soap.
Kim soap, yeah.
Marion says, Nate is referencing a falling down moment. Now, what was that in reference to? I must have missed something.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
He's given
Marion,
how long ago was that question left?
Yeah. Hashtag bore life.
Andre from Lancaster Razor Works says, Shavette, Artist Club, Camisori, or WEC, which one would you prefer? And I'll tell you, for me, it is no contest. WEC. I love WECs. They shave so beautifully despite being light. The WEC, for me, proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that if you have a super sharp edge, it doesn't matter what the weight or size of the razor is, because you can use those little tiny WECs, and it will blow the hair off your face like crazy despite having no weight whatsoever. It's all about the edge, really, for me. David?
I prefer out of the group artist style a shavette that you're allowed to use the artist club style blades. I don't like the chevettes that use the half DE blades. I do want at least the artist club style, and I haven't used the WEC yet, so I can't speak on the West, but a chevette that will allow me to use the artist club blades.
JMac.
We have WEC with the Kismet, #1 shavette. That is just, it's a stupid good shave. It's like, Magic Mike put it perfectly, it's like having a perfectly honed and sharpened hollow ground straight razor. It is perfection. And then close second, like David, an AC style shavette, like one of the Feathers or one of the clones. They're also fantastic.
Shady said, that's WEC, dog.
That's right.
that is WEC, dog.
I've only used an artist club. I haven't used anything else, so I'm just going to say artist club.
And it's funny because Junior today in his video
Eventually I will.
And like 8 or 9 months ago, we were talking about it. He's like, I don't like shavettes. I don't want to use it. It's whack and everything like that. And then he used the WEC and he was like, holy crap. And now he's got 5 or 6 of them. So
but you see, I also have a hard time classifying a WEC as a shavette per se, because just that blade is so thick. It's probably almost as thick as the edge on a straight razor, right? So
could be.
It's almost like a straight razor. You can just, instead of sending out to get honed, you just pop the blade out and throw another blade in, right?
Right.
Shady said, Nate, it's time to lose half the audience. Why are you so mad at it? Wait until at least the giveaway. We'll get to the $75 giveaway.
Shady, I'll say you'd be the one staying, so if that means anything. So
no, but the time to do it is before the giveaway, because everybody will stay no matter what if they know there's
that's true. Also, Chris, I know that David has to go in 6 minutes, and I have to go around that time too. I have like a surprise giveaway too, so if
okay, let's get to it. Yeah. Let's get very quickly to the razor company. This time, $75 giveaway this time. And again, we're going to have a question here, and anybody who's watching or has been paying attention to this show will have a shot at winning $75. The first one we see that we agree on that gets this right. So the question is, what is the name of the soap that Shannon's is doing for Kim Gray's charity effort?
Nice.
What is the name of the soap that the razor company is putting out for Kim Gray that we mentioned earlier tonight? And we shall wait for a winner.
Hitman.
There you go.
Okay.
Hitman
27.
Ooh, Raza was
Hitman
so close.
27. Raza, so
Hitman
close,
27.
brother.
I believe, is that Steve? I think his name is Steve.
Uh-oh. You know how I feel about Steve's.
Steve's, yeah.
Well,
it's not that
I
Steve,
think
is it?
no.
Disqualified.
Steve, I can't think of his last name, but let me know if that's you, Steve. You look like Steve. Yeah, it's Steve. Okay. He comments on my YouTube channel all the time. So thank you.
Hey, congratulations, Steve.
Guess what, Steve? You just got yourself $75.
Nice.
That's a nice haul. Hey, I want to see a mail call video from Steve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please, Steve. Please, when you spend that $75 and you get it, tag us in a mail call. That would be great. Okay, Nate. Take it away.
So we got to thank Peter for this. Peter we did a post on BBS.Live. He sent 5 soaps, 5 low scent Skeletor soaps. And so we're giving 1 away. And more than likely, we'll give 2 away on the next live. And then the next live after, the last 2. So
excellent.
LSS soap. And Chris, I already have the question.
Please, go ahead. Take it away.
What is Mel's legal birth name?
Ooh,
he said this on a previous live, so if you watched our live, you would know.
Unless you're drunk when he said it and you forget.
Yeah, true.
Most of your
because fucking JMac is wasted by the time that shit.
Shady one again.
Oh, man.
Shady.
Man.
God damn.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I do remember
Jason almost got it.
Jason almost got it, but I got Shady first. All right, you guys did too?
Shady
Yeah.
was first.
All right.
I got Shady first.
Shady is cleaning up.
Yeah. All right, sweet. I don't have to ship it to Canada. Awesome.
All right. Does anybody have anything else before we start to wrap it up here? Because I know you gents have to go.
Just really quick. Mel broke his BBS Glencairn glass. Actually, his wife did. So
are you gonna sell those?
More than we're gonna do a pre-order. I'm gonna have to do a post here soon.
Cool.
The thing that sucks, David, you know this with your soap, just packing and shipping all that shit. It'll be a shit ton for me. Because we can't split it. It's gonna come to one of us, so I'll have to ship all these out. So more than likely, we'll do a pre-order and it'll be a post and just comment saying how many you want. So we'll go from there. So.
Yeah, because I'm definitely in.
Yeah, I need one of those in my life.
And I know a lot of people want 2. So, I mean, it could be a lot, which is just more work for me, but it's still really cool. So
awesome. So I just want to say, and then we'll go around the room and close it out. Folks, life is short. Be good to one another. We see Kim here tonight. I've got plenty of stuff going on with my family. Like I said, today was not a great day news-wise for me, but, we press on. We go on, enjoy each other, enjoy the hobby. It's here to be enjoyed. It's not here to be fighting with each other. It's not here to be tearing each other down. Be a blessing, lift each other up. And I've learned all these things through experience. I've sort of grown up in the hobby over the years. There was a time where I ranted and raved and fought with people and held grudges. And that was not an enjoyable time. Believe me when I tell you this, that's not the right way to pursue this hobby. Find people that you click with, enjoy each other, and be a blessing. And, hopefully you'll take that advice and use it. JMac.
I just want to say thank everybody for watching. We do appreciate it. Kim, I want you to know that we are thinking about you and in your fight with cancer. That is one thing I don't think I'd ever want to go through. So kudos to you for being so positive with the whole thing. You are a warrior, and don't ever forget that, even if you get down. Chris, also I want to say to you, best wishes to you and your family as well, because I know you're going through some stuff as well. So I'm thinking of you as well. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
David?
Hey guys, if you haven't seen it already, I am doing my own podcast. It was a combo situation. The partner had to dip out, so now I am doing a solo show with my producer. So you'll hear some other perspectives as well. But if you do me a favor, go over to Dexter Project Podcast here on Instagram. Give that a follow. I'm going to record an episode after this for that podcast. Show some support. Kind of see my opinions on the world, so to speak, man. And just, hey, guys, have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Final thing, don't forget the Warrior goes on sale on August the 7th. That will benefit Kim, who's been here directly. Please stop by if you can afford it. Buy that soap. You would be a blessing. You know, I certainly will. And I thank you all. And thank all you gents for joining us tonight, and also the ladies in the audience as well. I hope you all have a great evening. God bless you all. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Thanks.